The Sesh Podcast, episode 221, take 1. Well, hello, everyone. It's a beautiful day here at the Sesh. Brittany is Brittanying. The birds are chirping. The sun is out. We actually went outside in a little...
The tank is clean?
Yeah, The stock market is crashing. So, yeah, that's all there is to say about that.
Egg prices are still high as far as I'm concerned.
That is right. But we are here. And, yeah. Well, 3 of us are here.
What is this intro? I thought you were going somewhere with this.
No, that's all I got.
Okay.
I was just going to try to, free ball it today and see what came to my brain. Nothing good came.
Free ball.
Ooh, I like that.
And now we're free balling.
Nice. Harmony. Well, yes, it's just Karelly back at the producer desk today. Sydney is not with us. She's not feeling well.
You just made it sound like she died or something.
No, she's alive. Barely.
She's alive.
She's not feeling well today.
She's alive.
But us 4 actually survived. We went ice skating this weekend.
Yes.
I thought you guys would like to know because we talked about that on the show, how we were going to go because Holly wanted to learn how to ice skate.
Yes.
And she did.
She did great.
Jared taught her. Maybe we can insert a little video clip.
Yep,
she did. I was very impressed. She didn't even fall once. And she didn't cry. She bailed after a while. But
yeah, she said, I'm done with this crap. Take off my boots.
She hung out with Karelly's man on the bench and watched.
Sweet.
It was he was so sweet with her. It was very nice.
And we were all decent.
Yeah.
I was going to say, honestly.
By the end of the time, we were off the wall.
I thought,
skating around.
I really thought it was going to be a little bit easier.
Really?
It's not easy.
I remember the first time I did it in high school. Maybe it was the end of high school. And I remember doing really well. I was able to get on the ice and skate away. This time, it was
extra slippery ice today.
It was extra slippery. Oh, poor Ethan. He didn't make it very far.
No, he was not into it.
No.
He's the sweetest, though. Karelly's got a real good man. Makes me very happy.
Is that your man?
That's my man.
That's mine.
It was easier than I thought it was going to be. I remember it being harder. Well, Jared kind of taught me how to dig my toes in a little bit more, use the front of them. And I've never thought that would be easier, but it actually really helped.
See, when I switched into the figure skates instead of the hockey skates, that's when it was a lot easier for me.
See, I've never
I didn't even know the difference.
Figure skates.
What was I wearing?
Figure skates.
You were wearing, but because they have the pick.
Oh, right.
The hockey ones don't have a pick. And everyone, I should have tried the
pick was nice, yeah.
Yeah, because it was easy to get traction that way.
Yeah, it really helped.
But we probably fucked up the ice real bad.
Yeah, we did.
Because there was I remember that guy who was figure skating all around and up and down and doing little tricks and stuff. He was
I didn't even look at anyone else out there. There were some kids though that were in, first of all, t-shirts. I was so cold and I brought so much winter gear. I almost put Holly in a full-on snowsuit.
I think she got hot too. She was looking at us
she was just in a sweatshirt. Well, she had her jacket on too. But there was some kid in a t-shirt. Remember, he ate shit right in front of us and just got his ass right back up.
Yeah, they don't care. They're kids. Kids be falling.
Tough. Yeah, we did pretty good though. Sydney is very good at ice skating, and she really helped us. There was one point where she pulled us in a train.
Yes,
I think we have a picture of that.
She kept being like, "Let's go," and then she'd start pulling, and then we'd be going too fast, and I'd be like, "Stop!"
Yeah, all her pictures turned out really dark.
Yeah.
But guys, I do have a surprise today.
Great.
Something you're going to be very excited about.
Do you want me to close my eyes?
I think you should reach in the bag.
I don't love that idea.
And try to feel for what it is.
Okay.
It's a pregnancy test.
It's a hamster.
Remember that's how I told you guys I was having Holly?
Yes.
The pregnancy test in the bag. Or just for you, I did that.
I was in the box.
I know what this is. It's a Dubai chocolate bar.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
It's the Dubai chocolate bar.
Wait, how did you get this?
I ordered it on the internet. Well, I ordered it for myself for my birthday because, listen, these chocolate bars, if you're on TikTok, you probably know about this. I get served ads for this almost every 5 scrolls.
You have no idea
insane.
How excited I am for this right now.
I have always wanted to try one, but they're $35.
That's why, yeah.
So I've never justified getting one, but I was like, oh, my birthday's coming up and I'm going to buy one. And it came in the mail yesterday and I almost just saved it for myself. But I knew you guys would want to try one.
We were going to get one from a local place in Denver, but we were just waiting because we didn't want it to go bad or whatever.
Yeah, because it came in a whole frozen situation and it's very serious. And I'm just curious if these are actually good. I thought it would be good for us to test because
really excited.
The only reviews I see are TikTok ads. And I fall for that shit all the time. And then I get things and I'm like, this sucks. So hopefully that's not the case with the Dubai chocolate bar.
Oh, you've no idea. Because you know me, I love watching people eat.
Yeah.
This is very ASMR-y for
Yes.
me. Like the sound of the crunch.
And it's filled with pistachio.
Ooh, I need to put my headphones on so I can hear myself.
Oh, look at it.
So I can hear myself eat. So good.
It's
pretty.
You
You should break it in half, but do it aesthetically. Like do it like
I
you were
know.
doing
That's how they
ASMR.
always do.
It says for an extra crunch, chill me for 10 minutes. Should we do that?
I want it now, though.
Okay. I want it.
It was in my
now.
fridge this morning. Anyway, should we just break her?
Yeah, but do it good. You only get one break.
Okay, what does good mean? I'm stressed now.
Just do it good. Come
Mm.
That was not very good.
on. No, that was pretty good.
I like that.
Can I see it?
Yeah. What do you think? Inspecting? I love anything pistachio.
I just love how it looks so crunchy.
Yesterday I had a
I know.
pistachio beer.
What? That
Yeah.
sounds fucking good.
Ooh.
So good. It was from a local brewery.
I love me some
That sounds
I'm
bomb.
gonna try to find it.
Reebs. Do you want this, Karelly?
I would love a bite.
Can I throw it to you?
We can try.
I think you'll get it.
No.
Bullseye.
Got it.
You want to do
Mm.
it together? This is heavy. It's rich. What if it's not good?
I'm going to be fucking pissed if it's
It
not
smells good.
Because I have been wanting to try this my whole life.
I know, so have I.
Oh.
Should we just go for it?
Okay, you ready? Go. You go. Oh, I love the sound. If you don't like the sound of it, too bad.
I mean, they had a warning. It's very crunchy. It's good. It doesn't like wow me the way people freak on TikTok,
Of course
which
not.
isn't shocking.
Oh, whoever's chewing right now.
Janelle's doing a good job.
I watch a lot of ASMR videos.
Do you think this is worth $35 though?
No.
No, I don't either.
Easy no. I don't think a lot of things are worth $35.
I was telling myself if it's so good, then I'm going to buy myself another as a birthday present, but I don't think I'll be doing that. I don't think this is $35. I think this is like $10, which is still a lot for a chocolate bar, right?
Yeah.
It's not $35.
You know what's crazy?
Mm-mm.
Ethan got me a chocolate bar for my birthday, it was a type of Hershey's bar. Symphony bars, if you know, you know.
Oh, yeah.
He got me a giant bar. I just finished it. I started eating it like on my birthday. I just finished the bar like last week.
Karelly, you got me a chocolate bar for my birthday last year.
Yeah.
God, I can't believe it's almost been a year.
Did you ever
And-
eat it?
Yeah, I like ate it over the course of a year. I didn't want to break it for a long
Because it
time.
was beautiful because it was like an artisan
Yeah.
chocolate bar or whatever.
I didn't get into it till like 5 months in, but then I ate it over like 2 months. It was so good.
That chocolate shop has like had amazing reviews.
Well, this was a little disappointing.
I mean,
I like it. I'm happy.
It's not bad.
here's my consensus.
Okay.
It tastes good for a middle of the road chocolate bar.
Yeah.
The chocolate itself is not anything spectacular.
No. Mm-mm.
The texture is good, but it's not as good as it should be. Like
Yeah.
I have had this texture from like a Crunch bar or something.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
It
Like,
doesn't taste that much better than a Crunch bar.
No,
And the pistachio flavor isn't that pistachio.
it's not there.
I don't know, guys. I think it's another TikTok ripoff joke.
I'm
getting real
actually
sick
kind of
these
pissed
TikTok
off
ads. Me too.
because
I was really excited about this.
same. I can't believe. Damn it.
I know.
Well,
Damn.
thanks for allowing us to experience it with you.
You're welcome.
No, yeah, thank you, Kendall.
I'm glad I didn't just do this alone because then I would have been sad alone.
Do you think that well, this is pretty fresh, but do you think that like a local one from like a local bakery would have been any better?
I don't know. I guess
Maybe.
it
I
depends.
thought like if it was straight from Dubai, it would be pretty good. Or I think it might be from Lebanon, if I remember correctly.
Let me look it up.
I have bad news for you. I think it's from California.
Shut the
Simi
fuck
Valley.
up.
Oh no, made in Lebanon.
Okay, Lebanon.
Not Simi Valley.
But made in Lebanon, but the Dodo Chocolates has a address that is in Simi Valley, California.
So maybe it ships from California. I mean, that would make sense because it would probably be really hard to ship with the ice and stuff.
Right.
I want to see reviews for these TikTok products. There needs to be a creator that has dedicated their account to trying things without the shop link so that you can actually trust what they're saying.
Yeah.
But then I guess why would they spend their time doing that?
I don't know,
Well,
but I'm a little underwhelmed. Not
I also
gonna lie.
can't fit it back in the thing. What the hell? This is like way too
Wait,
thick to
how
go
did
in
that
there.
happen?
I don't know. There's no way it's fitting in there.
I'd rather have my pistachio beer.
Well,
You say pistachio.
sad. Pistachio.
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 Stash.
Pistachio.
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 Yeah.
Pistachio?
Yeah.
It feels weird.
Pistachio.
Pistachio.
We've literally had this
So
conversation
fancy.
before.
Yeah. I say a lot of things
I
weird.
feel like I've heard you guys talk about this before.
Pistachio.
Pistachio.
Well, everyone,
Welcome back.
Pistachio. Oh, I have exciting news.
what?
You already know this news, but the Seshies may not know the news. We have combined our merch
Oh,
shops,
yes.
ladies and gentlemen. So now you can just hit up milehighermerch.com and all merch from all shows are on one website. And
Mhm.
that means that you only have to pay for shipping once, because I know a lot of you out there expressed frustration that, you know, if you wanted multiple items from multiple shows, you had to do shipping more than once. We totally hear you out. We were genuinely trying to fix this problem.
We've
for
had
many
lots
months.
It's a story.
Merch is
Yeah.
but
what's
with lore.
even more exciting, too,
Yes.
is now 100% of the proceeds from any merch from any of the shows supports the Higher Hope Foundation.
100%.
So really, really excited about that. So if you'd like to support our work with Higher Hope, grab yourself anything from any show.
That's right.
Do we still have bracelets for Sesh?
Yes, we do.
Mhm.
So even just grab a friendship bracelet.
Yep.
And you're supporting victims of violent crime and their families.
That's
and
right.
like-minded organizations as well.
That's
So
right.
very exciting. We're pumped about that.
Yeah, we are. It's going to be awesome.
So 2025 will always go down in the books as the year I discovered Hungry Root. And man, has it changed the game for dinner in our house. I cannot tell you guys how much I truly love Hungry Root. It is so awesome. If you've never heard of Hungry Root, it's different than other meal kits because there's so much customization, and they also offer grocery shopping as well. So it's really a one-stop shop situation. It's like having your own personal shopper and nutritionist all wrapped into one. They take care of the weekly grocery shopping, recommend healthy groceries and meals tailored to your taste, nutritional preferences, and health goals. And they make it easy to eat high-quality, nutritious food and achieve any diet or health goals, from anti-inflammatory to gut-friendly, gluten-free, dairy-free, high-protein, and more. And what we love about it is how quick you can make these meals, okay? All of their recipes can be made in just 15 minutes or less. That's not exaggerating. And with 1,500 recipes shipped every week, there's something for every taste and nutritional preference. I also love that there's such a wide variety to choose from every week, because sometimes there's a meal that we loved the previous week and we just straight up want to have it again. We can add it again. We don't have to wait until it's available again for the week. Personally, our favorite is the soy glazed garlic salmon with noodles and zucchini. I don't know exactly what it's called, but oh my God, it is so good. We pretty much get it every week now. And they also have healthy groceries like smoothies, kids snacks, sweets, ready to eat meals, salad kits. We love the salad kits for days at the office, and even supplements. There's no high fructose corn syrup, artificial sweeteners, or preservatives in any of Hungry Root's food. They only source top quality meat and seafood free of hormones and antibiotics. We love Hungry Root in our house. I think I've made that clear. So take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box plus a free item in every box for life. Just go to hungryroot.com/sesh and use code SESH. Once again, hungryroot.com/sesh, code SESH to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. That's hungryroot.com/sesh, code SESH.
So today's main topic is about a creator. His name is Michael Duvall. And I'm assuming by now a lot of you have already heard about him because it's starting to go really viral. I first heard about him, I think a week ago or the week prior. I don't know. But
I used to follow him.
Did you?
Before. I mean,
Oh,
obviously,
yeah,
I
you
didn't-
told me that.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I had
'cause
never heard of him.
his whole thing is like pink aesthetic.
Yeah.
And I liked his pink vacuum. And so I kept
His pink
following him.
vacuum? He sold you on the pink vacuum?
He did kind of. He did on the Homika vacuum.
Is it a TikTok vacuum?
Of course.
Dude, the TikTok vacuum ads are wild.
No, I bought into it.
They're
I didn't know-
always...
I've never gone to TikTok
You've
vacuum
ne-
ad.
What?
Dude, I bought
No.
I bought into it. It was the worst purchase I've ever made.
Really? Oh, no.
It already doesn't work.
Oh, no, because I always see they're like
Is it a
comparing
specific
it.
vacuum?
It's like there's a few like viral TikTok vacuums and they always like have a pile
rice.
of rice and then they like go over it like, let's compare the TikTok vacuum to the Shark or the Dyson, and the TikTok vacuum always schools the other ones. And I'm always
Uh-huh.
like,
That's the oldest trick in the vacuum book.
Well,
back in the TV days, the infomercial days. Are there still like that on TV?
I
Or
think
like
it's-
call this number, you can order one
QVC
online.
still exists.
That's true. But I think most of their stuff is online now.
Online.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was always what they would do, like put Cheerios on the floor
Yeah.
and then compare another
right.
popular vacuum.
And I was real because I vacuums are annoyingly expensive.
Yeah.
Very.
And I'm like, damn, if you could get a TikTok vacuum, that's really good.
Well, let me de-influence you because
Okay.
it's a bag of shit. It
Damn
didn't
it.
work. I worked for a little while, like maybe the first few weeks. I recharged it twice. Third recharge, the charger is not, the battery isn't working anymore.
Fuck,
And
man.
I got on Amazon, so now and I'm past the 30 days return policy. So now I'm stuck with a vacuum that doesn't work.
Oh.
And I was so excited about this vacuum, I threw out my Shark vacuum. For it.
Oh no.
Nor.
You did the shark dirty. The sharks are the best vacuums.
They're great.
But mine was wired, and I needed a new one because I had it when I had my rabbit, and like it just got really messed up from like the hair and everything.
Yeah.
And I just had to get a new vacuum, and I was like, I don't want to spend $400 on a vacuum, so I got one for $100
On TikTok.
Yeah, and I'm like, I should have just gone in and gotten a good vacuum. So do not buy the TikTok vacuum.
Damn
it!
it.
Worth shit,
There are like no vacuums that can survive pet hair for a long period of time.
especially rabbit hair.
Dude, yes. We have to get, like the
You have
shot
to
vac.
Yep.
We have to get a new shot vac pretty much every year.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, because we're vacuuming up little poops and
Right.
and
hairs and everything.
hay.
Yeah, it's hay. Yeah, it gets
Right.
nasty in
Mhm.
their room. Oh, God, my brat rabbits, they have their own room, and it's pretty big.
It's a nice room.
It is a nice
It
room.
is. It is.
Yeah, well, anyways, back to Michael, though. So, yeah, I guess Karelly has been following him.
I unfollowed him.
Well, yeah, but it's... Thank you, Karelly. She's like, disclaimer.
So this guy is more viral than I realized
Yes.
because I really thought this was like a weird corner of the internet type thing.
No, I had never heard of him, but after like looking at his socials and stuff, it seems a lot of people and a lot of the comments are like, I loved you for so long. I'm so disappointed. What the fuck? Because
Wow.
what he's doing, y'all,
It's disgusting.
it is truly so wild. Last week we talked about Brie Olson, who's an OnlyFans creator and also like streamer, and their whole like lore with her bringing her baby to the OnlyFans house and
Idiot.
it's crossing state lines with breaking like child protective orders, whatever. And this is, in my opinion, a step up, I would say.
Yeah, probably. Well, yeah. I mean, you could
Yeah.
see them as both like equally bad in different ways.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that's true.
I guess this guy put other people's kids in danger, not just his own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's
He
just,
doesn't have any of his own kids.
Right.
Right.
Oh,
as far as we're
Should we just dive in, explain this to
yeah,
people?
let's just break
Fucking
it down.
dude.
It's truly wild.
So Michael Duvall, he's 25 years old, content creator under Michael Duvall XO on TikTok. And he's facing major backlash
Major.
because he admitted to filming his OnlyFans content at the most perfect place to film OnlyFans content. The one spot that would come to everyone's mind.
Yes.
The daycare that he worked at. Yes, you heard that right. This dude was filming his OnlyFans content in the bathroom of a daycare that
Yep.
he was employed at.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
let's take a little journey with Michael here. He started his social media journey in 2016. He amassed over 900,000 Instagram followers with his, like Karelly explained, his signature pink aesthetic, pink vacuums. His content is your, average lifestyle content creator. His get ready with me videos, daily hauls, fashion hauls, making coffees, what people be doing.
cleaning.
Cleaning.
Did he have a vacuum? Oh, he did. The pink vacuum,
Yeah,
right.
Pink vacuum. Yep.
I actually
right.
do find the short form vlog style pretty satisfying to watch. Someone doing
Absolutely.
like, first I do this and then, when it's voiced over at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Especially when they have one of those little microphones attached to their phone.
Absolutely. Hit me with a Sunday reset routine.
Oh, I
TikTok.
love that. I love the Sunday reset.
Hit me with a come reorganize my bathroom under the sink with me.
Do you know who Kylie Perkins is? Have you heard of her?
No, shockingly, no.
I'm
because-
surprised because she's like really viral on TikTok. She's like a cleaning influencer, but she's like inspiring you to like get your shit together. And she's like funny about it and kind of
Mhm.
yells at you.
Oh,
and I
okay.
like
I kind of
it.
like that.
Yeah, she's all about like organizational routines. And I've just watched her like clean out her car. And I love it.
I love it. Especially if it's like ASMR-y. Again.
Mhm. Like if you're laying in bed and you can't get, and you like know you need to get up and do your laundry or something, pull up Kylie Perkins.
Okay.
She will yell at your ass to get up and do it.
Have you heard of Kaylee May? She's really, she has
No.
14 million.
Kaylee May.
She's like the original house cleaning, organizing,
Oh, the
stocking
OG.
aesthetic. At least I think she's like one of the OGs. But anyways, I watch her videos too.
Hers is more like aesthetic.
It's like Sunday reset, clean the house. Or
is it all perfect looking like a Kardashian pantry where it's all like in the
but I'm like really into that.
I am into watching that too. But what I like about Kylie is it's a very normal house.
Okay, yeah.
Normal life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I like watching things that aren't realistic because it's kind of like a fantasy land, and it's very aesthetic and clean.
Remember when
peaceful.
We were in college and I tried to put everything into like glass jars to make my pantry look like that? And then do you remember what happened with my rice?
Yes. Why don't you tell the people? Because this still, every time I think about it, really bothers me.
It really bothers me still, and it's been forever. And I always feel like I have to wash my hands when I tell this story. And warning ahead of time.
Every time I now use a product like that, I get scared.
I don't do self-serve anything anymore because I would go to Sprouts and they have their whole self-serve section, and I would get like the rice, and I'd have like jars that were labeled for everything. So I had a rice jar, and then I like never fucking cooked the rice. I just got it because it looked cool in the jar. And then probably a year after, I decided for some reason, I wasn't even making the rice. I tried to get something else out of the pantry, and the whole jar came crashing down onto the floor and broke into a million pieces.
Awesome.
And then there was rice everywhere. And so I started picking it up with my hands to like put it in the trash. And I was holding like a big handful of it, and it was fucking moving.
Nope.
A lot of it.
Nope.
I learned about weevils. Have you heard about weevils, Karelly?
Oh, I am triggered by weevils, actually.
Well, that's what happened to me. There was like fucking 1,000 of these weevil things in my hand. I don't really remember. I think so because it was wild rice, so I couldn't. They were blending in.
It up, I don't want to see it.
I like was so scarred, and then I was terrified that they were all over my apartment.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, the whole kitchen floor, rice, glass, and weevils.
Dude, that is a nightmare.
It was a nightmare.
Were you like crying? I would be like, what do I even
called
do?
Josh. I was home alone. I was so
upset. I would
upset.
like called 911.
I got the vacuum out and like picked up as much as I could, but I was forever afraid that weevils were everywhere. And then now I will not do any self-serve anything.
Ew.
So
what happens if you like, okay, this is nasty. What happens if you like boil them?
The weevils?
They die.
Probably dead.
How many weevils?
Well, I don't think you would make it that far because like it only took me a couple seconds to realize they were there.
Because they're like little black bugs.
There's so much of them, or so many.
Wait, so they
were living off of the rice. They came from Sprouts. And then they were in that jar for a year, and they had made like a whole colony and reproduced. I'm sure like a couple of them came with it, but then they, reproduced.
But like,
when
it's just one by itself, it's kind of cute.
What, Karelly? I need you to get.
Ew, Karelly, no. That's exactly what they looked like.
Ew.
Holy fuck, that's throwing me back. That was probably 2012, maybe 2013, 14, probably 14 actually. Ooh, it's forever in my brain. That was 10 years ago.
That's
and
disgusting.
Now I'm afraid of rice.
I think this also can happen in like sugar and flour.
Probably, yeah.
So every time I like take out my flour or my sugar for any reason, I get the thought.
Ew, I know.
I have to check my food when
I'm sure it can happen in something that's prepackaged too, but in my mind, I'm just like, I'm not going to do any of the self-serve jars things. Because when I was trying to make our pantry more organized, I straight up was like, no, we're not going to be doing any of the glass jars, even for pasta or anything. Like it stays in the box, in the package until I open it.
There was a time when I bought, I think it was spinach from like a tub though. It wasn't like free Roman spinach. Like it was.
Are you saying spinach?
Spinach.
Are you putting a G at the end?
What do you want to say? Spinach.
Spinach.
Pistachio.
Yeah, spinach.
Spinach.
You're saying spinach.
No, spinach.
Spinach.
That's how you say it.
No, you do not.
Yes, it is.
There's no G.
I know, but like when you say it quick, that's how it sounds.
No, you say spinach.
Spinach. It's the same fucking thing. We sound the exact same.
Do not. You're saying spinach. It's spinach.
Spinach is. I'm having some spinach salad.
I fucking love spinach.
Spinach. Now it just sounds
spinach.
Wrong. Now it just sounds wrong.
Spinach.
Yeah, it's with the C. She's adding a G.
Spinach.
No, you're saying spinach. It sounds like you're saying like when you get some sick spinach. Spinach action.
Spinach. I had a spinach salad.
Spinach salad.
That
word is fucked forever now.
Now my brain is
okay. So
mush.
what happened with the spinach?
I was eating the fucking green lettuce.
Okay.
Well, I peeled back the thingy, the top of the plastic, whatever the fuck. And I'm like starting to pull shit out of it. And all of a sudden, what's in the spinach?
What's in there?
Fucking spider.
No.
And like not a little tiny one, like pretty decent size.
Oh,
It was probably like this big, like at least a like $50 size. Yes, dude.
You didn't eat that spinach, did you?
No,
ate
I don't
it?
think I did. I'm trying to remember because I kind of blacked out after that. I was so bothered.
Because what if it laid eggs in there or something? Hell no. The whole thing goes in the trash.
Yeah, I think I threw. But I was freaked out because I think I dropped it in the sink or something, and then the spider was in the sink, and I had to call out for help.
I had to call out for help.
I was scared and disturbed.
Oh, that's so.
Now every time I open a fucking thing of spinach, I get scared.
Okay, so comment below to scare us more and scare everyone else. What weird things have you found in your food that was alive? Or not.
Or not.
Maybe you had a glazed donut situation. If you know, you know. I'm not getting into that story now because this episode is derailing quickly.
Yeah.
And it's going to get worse because we still haven't even gone to what Michael Duvall has done.
Yeah.
This motherfucker. So some of his most viral content in the past has been like thrifting hauls from 2023, where he found a vintage Juicy Couture tracksuit, and that harvested over 2 million views. Who wrote that? I love that. Harvested.
Yep.
That's
Which
good.
is like, that's kind of iconic. A vintage Juicy suit.
That is pretty cool.
I'd be
to find that. Yeah. However, recently his fame has taken a real dark turn, ladies and gentlemen, with allegations.
Which we have
for
to say.
legal purposes, we need to say allegations. Yeah, that he took nudes while he was at work at the daycare. Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah, he's filming explicit content literally in the bathroom.
Yeah. So aside from his lifestyle content, he posted about what it was like being a pre-K teacher. Here's his TikTok of a Get Ready With Me for School that was posted in June of 2023. Let's go ahead and watch that. And by the way, he literally shows the name of the school. So
Which brilliant.
Which is very important to keep note of for later. Okay.
You would think by that point, which I don't know how many followers he had in 2023, but if he's been doing this for any amount of time, you'd be aware of something like that. You know? Just like common sense.
Yeah. If you've got over like
500.
Yeah. I was going to say 10,000, but honestly.
Just in general, like.
If the majority of your followers you do not personally know.
Unless your account is like private.
Right.
You probably shouldn't just be posting where you work.
Like,
especially when there's children there.
Right.
I mean, of all places to just out that.
Okay.
All right. So here's his day in the life. See what his vibe is here. Karelly, I can see why you like followed him at one point and liked him, because I've watched this at first and was like, oh, I kind of like this is like entertaining. And he seems likable.
Yeah.
What's up, girly? Welcome to the day in the life of a preschool teacher. This was definitely highly requested and it took a lot of time to edit, so I really hope you like it. Start off every morning by taking a shower, blow dry my hair, and then I'm ready to do my little skincare. I'm always going to do my makeup before work because if I don't look my best, I'm not going to feel my best. I got to take some iced coffee with me. Right now, this Dunkin' brownie iced coffee is so freaking good.
It's very fun.
It's definitely not going to fill it up.
He's making a coffee in a Stanley cup. What more could you ask for? Oh, he's got the whipped cream.
Got to get some snacks for the morning, and then I'm ready to get my outfit together. Shoes on, perfume, cardigan. I'm ready. Let's go.
He's ready.
Okay,
So
this
no.
is where he literally, that
Just a
little
little bit
clip
before
right
the-
there,
Yeah.
literally has the name of the
Laughter and Lullabies.
Laughter and Lullabies Daycare.
Yep, and he's
Which is in Kentucky.
I have just a little bit before the kids show up, so I'll take this time to get my classroom together and set up their breakfast. Only like 4 kids came for breakfast. After breakfast, I take them to the potty. Then we come back in the classroom and I let them play in whatever center they want to do.
This is so disturbing in hindsight.
10-minute break.
Yeah.
I go out to my car and I chill for the 10 minutes, and then I come back and we're ready for circle time. I did not record circle time, but that's like me showing it. We're learning about sandy beaches, so we painted some seashells today. Look, there's mine. Now these kids need to go outside. We do take a potty trip first, so that's like that 20-minute gap. Then we come in, wash our hands, and they're ready to eat. I set up their cots, clean up. I'm ready for my 30-minute break. It's all moving so fast. The video, not the shift. Don't get confused. I got my McDonald's. I definitely get it way too much. I don't have time. I'm 30 to eat, so I take it back to my classroom and
So
eat there.
you get
Literally
an
let no
idea.
crumbs.
Yeah,
Then I just
that's
fill out
good.
my daily
Yeah.
sheets,
Some
which
more
takes me about
of
like 20
his-
minutes. I have 12 kids, so I write this for all 12 of them. Right now we're all doing.
And now he's writing stuff about kids and showing.
exactly.
And it sucks too because, like, I feel like he would have been a really good daycare teacher. Like, he seems really into it. I mean, at least from that, you never really know from social media without knowing what we know.
Right.
Like, he seems, I don't know, if I were a kid, I'd probably love being in his class.
Right. So in 2020, he started an OnlyFans account. And at this time, he was working at Laughter and Lullabies. And just a side note, this daycare seems to be permanently closed, according to Google. And we can't really figure out why it closed.
Well, and we couldn't verify this, but there was a few things that, that there was just obviously these allegations, with Michael, but then there was other things that like teachers at the school did. It just wasn't a reputable daycare.
And it makes sense why it would not be, because after you realize what he's been doing and then they found out
and how
the school handled it,
it's crazy.
You probably shouldn't be in business.
I do think that it was like a private daycare. Like it wasn't publicly funded. It wasn't a school, because I've been seeing some so I don't forgot what content creator said it, but somebody said that it was a school, which it was a pre-K, so it was like a preschool daycare.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was like publicly funded or anything.
Which I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. I thought all daycares are private.
I thought so too.
I don't think there's really like publicly funded daycares.
Not that I know of, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Daycares can be either private or public.
Oh, okay.
Private daycares are typically funded by tuition and donations, where public daycares are funded by tax dollar pay.
I figured they had to exist.
I guess. Yeah. So, okay, there you have it. But regardless, according to Google, the daycare is closed now. So, at first, his OnlyFans kind of had a slow start, but it started to get more traction in 2022. And the reason he started his OnlyFans, so he was dating this guy. Mm-hmm. His name was TJ. And in 2021, 2022, they started having some relationship problems. Like, he was talking about how his sex life was struggling. And so then TJ supposedly was like, hey, you should start up your OnlyFans so that you get like paid to perform or whatever. And then maybe that'll entice you to like
entice us
to be more sexually active or whatever it is. So, so he starts up his OnlyFans. Also, side note, he accuses his ex TJ of being really abusive to him. And at the end, TJ actually like makes a statement, but according to Michael, he was very physically and mentally abusive to him. And at one point they started kind of having an open relationship because, again, TJ was just really unhappy. So he was like dating a bunch of other people, and eventually they were engaged. But then eventually they broke up, went their separate ways, and that was the end of that.
It seemed to be a pretty like quick relationship. Yeah. They got together in 2021, got engaged in 2021 or 2022, and then broke up in 22. So it was a very, very quick relationship.
Fast moving.
So after going through multiple Reddit posts, we noticed that Michael's OnlyFans content was exposed about a year ago. So we're going to watch this clip from a video that he posted on April 14th, 2024. So just about a year ago. Yeah. Where he brings up his OnlyFans and claims he's not ashamed of it, but it's clear he's just trying to save face at this point. So let's go ahead and watch.
What's up, girly? I can't sleep because of a lot of the stuff I'm seeing online. So I have an OnlyFans. I'm not really ashamed to admit it, just because I feel like everyone who knows me pretty much knows that I do. I only wanted to bring this up because I feel like there's so many people out there who like just are seeing or hearing lies or just misunderstanding the whole situation. I do have a few things to be ashamed and embarrassed about. Definitely some of the posts that I have created in the past. A lot of people thought that I was disrespecting trans women whenever I would go on there and I would like dress a certain way, present myself a certain way. And to anyone I offend, I totally apologize. And I definitely have taken a new approach in doing OnlyFans compared to how I used to do it. There were definitely timeline issues that people were having. Morally, the only thing I would feel bad about is maybe some of the posts that I put out there, some of the captions I would use, and the way I would present myself. But having an OnlyFans is not something that I'm ashamed to admit.
So he mentions that while he was doing OnlyFans, he was still employed at the daycare, and that they were actually very supportive of his, side gig or whatever. Even after someone sent a letter with photos from his OnlyFans to his workplace, which was a daycare.
And you really set yourself up for that one, Michael, putting the name of the establishment on the internet.
Yes.
So good one.
Yeah. Now, it's not entirely clear if the photos that were sent are content that was made at the daycare or somewhere else. But regardless, parents started figuring out like, oh, okay, one of the employees is an OnlyFans creator. And that's not why we're talking about this. Like, that's really beside the point. Yeah. So here's a clip of him sharing what happened with that.
Quick little story about the time that I was exposed to my boss and everyone at my job. When they called my work and told my boss that I had an OnlyFans, and they tried to get me fired. And my boss was like, listen, what you do outside of work is none of my business. Because as long as you're not doing crack, you're not doing anything illegal, like you doing OnlyFans outside of work was not her business. But it went farther than that. That person who called my work then sent a letter to my work where they put a long paragraph on how they felt about what I was doing. And then they put pictures of me nude, like literally a collage of 6 or 8 pictures of me naked that they mailed to my work's address. And my boss saw saw that. My boss's assistant saw that. God knows who else saw that. But they brought me into the room and they just talked to me about it. And they were like, listen, like, I'm so sorry that they would even do this to you. Like, send this to us. Like, we totally didn't want to see it. And what you do outside work is not our business. And my job was very, like, they made me feel very secure. It makes me sad that a lot of people think I got fired because I knew that my job had my back no matter what. And when I did quit to pursue social media, that's why I quit, because I make so much money from YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, like, just from everything. You make a lot of money. The people that I got fired for OnlyFans or just people who knew about that, or people just thought I got fired in general. And it made me sad because when I put in my 2 weeks, literally my boss was crying to me. When I quit, it was nothing but sadness from like my boss and her assistant and like the team. Like, they were nothing but supportive of me the whole time that I worked there. And anything that I did outside of work was outside of work. OnlyFans, like, why can't it be a fun little side hobby if I'm single and I'm of age? And of course, as long as I'm doing it respectfully, which is something I just got to push going forward. I cried for like over an hour and I was like, let me just go on there and tell a little bit of my truth, because my truth is really all that matters to me.
As long as you're doing it in a respectful way outside of work.
That's all fine and dandy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love how he goes, my employer said, we totally did not want to see that.
No, literally.
Can you imagine opening up a letter and then your employee, there's 6 pictures of them from their OnlyFans?
Oh my God, dude.
That would be so scarring.
Oh my God. Okay, so here's another TikTok that he made about getting fired or quitting the daycare, whatever, and explaining why he's no longer working.
Don't know what to say, so I'm just going to blurt it out. Today is going to be a really sad day. It's easy for me to lie on TikTok and not show fully what's going on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, but I can't lie to you about it because it's a lot harder. Especially because here, after today, I'll be vlogging a lot more often and able to post on YouTube a lot more often. I've hinted at it just a little bit, but I put in my 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago today at my job. So today is my last day working in childcare. Okay, so I really have to get going because it's already time for me to leave, and don't want to be super late on my last day, but I put all my kids' Christmas gifts together because it's my last day and we're having our Christmas party, and my anxiety is like really bad. I don't know why. I'm just really nervous, and I knew I needed to go ahead and start this YouTube vlog, and I'll be able to explain more on why I made this choice after work, but I think I just need to get going, and I don't want to cry yet because I've already had like 17 breakdowns. Well, I thought I was going to be able to hold it until I got to the car, but I was not. I cried in front of everyone. I hope my lips aren't too crusty. Like, this hurts more than my last breakup. I don't even know what to say. There were so many reasons. It's awkward crying on camera. I hope I didn't make a mistake. Things have been so hard since like August, and half my kids left. Pretty self-explanatory. I started taking off on social media. Everything I do pays the bills. I used to get so angry. I was a teacher for over 4 years. It's not for the weak. Fully hit me until I got home. What am I supposed to do with the rest of my life now? I do have a lot of plans. Sorry, this is gross. I'm an ugly.
Right? It sounds really fake.
Yeah, it sounds fake.
Wait,
fuck.
listen to this next part. It's
like
weird.
There's crying happening, but I don't see tears.
Well, also, he's like covering his mouth the whole time, so it's like,
that is like a nervous thing people do, but
okay, but
it sounds
he's like,
yeah, he's like,
wait, watch this next part.
Crier. The reason I don't want to tell anyone I come across as just another person who started making money online. I wanted to quit for so long. I just never thought that it would hurt so bad whenever I finally got to leave. Every day I was yelling, losing my patience. Everyone could understand it. I hope you
breaks character.
Understand why I had to put all this in the video, because I feel like we're closer than that. Lie and not tell TikTok for a while. I don't want to tell them for a while. I haven't even told my family, and I don't want to.
So
if you're
weird.
My family.
What? So he's saying he can't lie to YouTube, but he's like, I lie to everyone else. But YouTube, so he's saying, I feel like we're closer than that to the audience. That's what he's saying.
He makes literally no sense.
I don't really know what he's trying to. I don't know. I think that's what he. Yeah.
He's like, we're in a parasocial relationship. Yeah. I'm closer with you guys, so I'm trying to lie to everyone else, but I can't lie to you guys anymore.
That's what it sounds like.
This is so bizarre.
There's this.
You're so close to me and you watch this. Like, please just let me show myself in the world for a little bit that I can do this. I'm not going to change, like, at all. And this hurts me. Wish that they could be my kid, which is so weird. Every time I got an interaction, any type of interaction was at work, and most of the time it was with kids. And now I have nothing. Me and you, my cats, and my 2 fish. I'm not worried about it.
Me and you, my 2 fish.
I know, like, just the leaving and the change. All the fears for the future. Great. Cat, stop.
Please stop. Cat, stop.
Wait, look.
Is the cat's name Cat? So I kind of love that.
I have to do great. Cat, stop. That's funny, but it's not funny. I'm trying not to ruin my mascara. Might be a little bit too late, but at least I still have lashes. So I'm trying to calm down in the best way I can. And I actually have a TikTok I can edit. So I'm going to SMOKE. And I'm going to edit a TikTok. Because I recorded, like...
Okay, you get it. Yeah.
So, I mean, the way
Very
he's like
dramatic.
crying about it is like he's not even like really like
no,
it's not sincere. He's just like acting.
I feel like it's seeking attention.
I think what it is he's like, where am I going to make my content?
Yeah, he's like, I need a nice boost. I need some sympathy, which brings in views, which brings in numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, how am I going to continue making the content I make if I don't have access to the daycare? So people started digging into him more and figuring out like all of the history of what's really going on. And this is where it gets quite disturbing.
Yep.
Okay. So on March 27th, he shared this TikTok of a quote from Oscar Wilde, and the caption is even worse. Let's go ahead and I guess I'll just read the caption first, then we can watch the video. So he says, I'm not good at words. I'm not going to come on here and act like a victim or pretend I've done anything wrong. Have I made mistakes? Yes, bad ones. Will I let that define me for the rest of my life? No, my life is not defined by a mistake I made at the lowest point in my life. The person you see today is the person I am.
That's what they always say.
Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and watch
that.
This quote by Oscar Wilde I stumbled upon. It says, every saint has a past, and every sinner has a future. Beautiful, isn't it?
It is beautiful.
A reminder
He's just
that
staring
we're
at the
all
camera.
unfinished stories, scarred by our mistakes, yet redeemed by the hope of what's to come.
This is
It
so
whispers that even the darkest moments can be stepping stones to light, that redemption isn't reserved for
The caption says,
perfect.
I'll just leave this here.
Yeah,
No.
very
It's
passive
for the
aggressive.
broken, the flawed, the ones who've fallen and dared to rise again. The past doesn't define you, it shapes you. And the future, that's where you'll shine.
He's basically like, listen, fuckers, Oscar Wilde has exonerated me. Do you hear this shit? I'm off the hook. It's all good. Here to start again. What was it? The sinners get another day, bright new day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The
Or maybe
sinners
it
have a
wasn't.
future.
Yeah,
Have
a future, something like that.
And the
Whatever.
saints have a past, something like that.
Mm-hmm. So he's a sinner and a saint.
Yeah.
So he addressed the controversy in a March 29th TikTok special titled Taking Accountability. This is the caption on TikTok, by the way. He says, I've never been good with words, but I wanted to let you know the full story from my mouth. Hashtag FYP.
The fact that he hashtagged FYP on his apology video is wild.
Does that even do anything?
I don't know. Everyone does it.
I thought hashtags were kind of like a thing in the past. Like the algorithm doesn't need them anymore to find your content and put it where it needs to be.
I don't really know. To be
I don't know.
honest.
Don't take advice from me. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm sorry to everyone I let down, he says. So he doesn't necessarily apologize for his wrongdoings here. He says that one day, these two church girls, whatever that means, rang his doorbell and asked if he remembered asking for the help of Jesus. And he said he didn't remember doing that, but one of his followers probably sent them because he's getting a lot of hate on the internet. So when you get hate, the church girls come. That's how
right.
it works.
That's right.
So Michael and TJ, his ex, ended up breaking up because Michael couldn't provide what TJ wanted sexually. We don't know what that means. It's just
Yeah, we
what
do. We
do?
Yeah. He like TJ came from like his parents were swingers or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he was like never like sexually satiated, and he just like
that's so weird.
I hate those names. The word
Sexually satiated.
sexually satiated. But like
But then they started,
Satisfied.
TJ started swinging.
open, yeah. And so he just thought, Michael always said that like he was never gonna be enough for TJ.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's why the OnlyFans came about,
Right.
and then they were having threesomes with a bunch of people. That wasn't enough.
But that like, Michael makes it sound like that he never wanted any of this. And so it just eventually, it wasn't working out. Also, TJ was abusive, according to Michael. So they ended up breaking up.
But then that's when he really starts. After the breakup is when his OnlyFans solo really takes off, and that's when he starts doing the content at the daycare.
Right.
Okay.
So that's how it's relevant.
So let's hear it from him. This is the Taking Accountability TikTok. Roll it.
After we broke up, I just started living on my own for the first time, and I was already doing kind of well for my OnlyFans from us posting content together. I had like 360 subs, which is a lot of money a month. So when we broke up, that's what I focused a lot on. I used to do so many things that I just don't do anymore, like wear wigs, like dress feminine, just wearing lingerie. And like every single day I would try hard. I would come home from work and I would try it. I would wake up in the morning, I would try it. And obviously I would be at work and I would try it.
A lot of what he says in this video, which, by the way, he hasn't posted anything on his TikTok since. This video is fucking wild. But a lot of what he says is not relevant whatsoever to the fact that he is making OnlyFans content at a fucking daycare.
Yeah, I think it's the tactic here is to just like info dump,
Yes.
say as much as you can, distract, and like
At one point,
redirect.
he talks about how he's like, oh, my grandma died or something. He's like, my grandma's dead and my dad is sick. And people are like, once again.
Yeah, reaching for the sympathy. Nice time to bring up grandma.
Yeah, like, what does that have to do with anything?
Dude.
And even with the ex, it's like he didn't make you, go to the bathroom and do what you were doing in the bathroom.
Right, at the daycare.
At the daycare.
I have a question about OnlyFans because I don't really understand. I've never like looked at someone's or
Yeah.
what's like the average subscription price? Like if he's got
no
336
I think it depends.
members, I guess you could set your own price.
Yeah.
I wonder how much that would translate to 336 members.
It says the average OnlyFans subscription costs $7.21 a month.
$7.21. Okay, so it's like
The
kind
most
of
common
around a YouTube membership.
The most common price is either $5 or $10.
And then you can pay for like
You can also tip
personalized
people.
stuff,
And,
so-
yeah. I don't know what the split is. The
300.
OnlyFans split, OnlyFans keeps 20%. Okay, so 20-80 split.
Okay, that's not too bad.
And also it's not
about
counting
average.
that's not counting any of like the special requests people make.
Right. Which I think that's where you can make a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think there's also different tiers.
I believe so. Because
I think you can pay like a
Yeah.
lower tier if you just want pictures or something,
Yeah.
or if you want like a
Like a
live
Patreon
stream.
or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think,
Okay.
I think it all just kind of varies depending on what the creator offers.
Well, anyway, people started to lose any sympathy that there was for Michael to be had because he blamed his choices on his upbringing and his lack of financial security, which I will say, obviously, to a degree, those things are valid. Like having a harder upbringing is going to lead to a harder time making choices sometimes, but it does
True.
not excuse your behavior at the end of the day, no matter what. And it's really just pathetic to bring it up as part of the excuse. I mean, it just
Right.
not
leave that-
everybody
yeah.
And like not everyone who has a difficult upbringing all of a sudden then resorts to, again, making the content at the daycare.
Yes. I mean, that's
I
of
just-
all things to try and pull out of your ass.
I'm still having a hard time in any way being like, okay, well, I give him a pass.
No, there is no
Fucked.
pass to be
Yeah,
had.
yeah.
I'm just trying to say, like, I understand
Yes.
that having a tough upbringing, sometimes, especially if you had issues with your parents,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you don't understand like societal norms or what's appropriate and what's not. If you never had anyone to set an example for you, but I don't know
Yeah.
his story, and I'm
Yeah.
certainly not making excuses for him because there just isn't.
Right.
Just like in general,
Yes,
I
I agree.
understand those things in life do
Absolutely.
create challenges for people.
Of course, yeah. So Michael says that he used the money he made from OnlyFans to fund his career as a full-time content creator. And like we said, he was able to make all kinds of content like shopping hauls, get ready with me videos, all that kind of stuff. And he says that he tried so hard to get his content out there. He posted hundreds, if not thousands, he said, which I'm like, holy fuck. But he said he posted hundreds, if not thousands, a day posts on Twitter, Reddit, OnlyFans, etc. Which I'm like,
Just across the board. That is you have to
dedication.
be constantly going.
Yes.
How many
all day.
fucking minutes are in a day? You're just going like every couple of minutes.
Yeah.
To have to get that out. Wow. How do you even think of anything? And that's where you get into trouble because you're not thinking. You're just doing shit anytime you can. Whatever comes to your head, you're posting and just whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then you end up doing shit in a daycare for
Mhm.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, and then also he was in different subreddits that were very questionable, such as Daddy Son,
Oh no.
trans girls not safe for work teachers, which is great.
These are all different subreddits.
Yeah. Not safe for work teachers is.
Well, I'm not sure if like that
Not
that's the
safe
name
for
of-
work teachers.
Oh, you don't think that's the name?
I don't know if that's the name of the subreddit, but he did go on subreddits that were for like role playing teachers.
Yeah.
Or like they weren't like
Oh.
you know what I mean. It was just like a sexual thing, and he
Okay.
blames being on these subreddits because he's a sex worker. I couldn't find like the specific because I mean I'm not gonna lie, like I wasn't gonna go looking for his like
Hell no.
his daddy son subreddit. You know what I mean?
Because
But
clearly these are like
these are for
where pedophiles are hanging out.
Exactly. At one point, he said that he would like role play as an underage trans girl.
Yeah.
And
Underage.
Oh,
Like
which is a loophole for pedophiles.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like if you're making content that is directed at anything to do with underage, you're making content for people who are getting off at underage, either whether or not you're really underage.
You know what the fuck you're doing.
Exactly.
No excuse you try to make for this is going to work.
And he says he blames it on being a sex worker. I'm like, that doesn't even make fucking sense. That's just disrespectful to sex workers.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that spring comes with more than just flowers. You got itchy eyes, watery nose, sneezing, maybe some congestion. Truly, seasonal allergies are so annoying, but why do you have to suffer when help is just one click away with ZocDoc? Whether you need a nearby allergist, a PCP for an initial checkup, a pediatrician for your little ones, or a telehealth option for quick care, ZocDoc can help you get allergy relief fast so you can beat sneezing season and make spring a little less sniffy. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about booking in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, primary care to urgent care, and more. You can filter for doctors who take your insurance, are located nearby, are a good fit for any medical need you may have, and are highly rated by verified patients. And once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings, choose a time slot that works for you, and click to instantly book a visit. And appointments made through ZocDoc also happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments, which is so nice. I'll admit, before I started using ZocDoc, I hadn't seen a PCP in so long, and it was really nice to be able to just hop on ZocDoc, read some reviews, look at their availability, make sure that they take my insurance, and now I have a PCP that I genuinely like. She's pretty close to my house. It's easy to book, and yeah, really can't go wrong when it comes to ZocDoc. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/sesh to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/sesh, ZocDoc.com/sesh. He says when he was working at the daycare that he had tons of extra time. So he would go to the quote-unquote upstairs bathroom, which we'll talk about in a sec, which is separate from the bathroom near the classroom, supposedly. And then he would go and snap a few OnlyFans pics and then post them from the daycare.
Right from the daycare, uploading these pictures, taking them there and uploading them there.
However, people found, because again, he put where he worked online, so people found the daycare. And there's a picture of it, and the building does not look like there's an upstairs. It looks like a ranch, maybe like there's a basement or something, but it doesn't look like there's an upstairs. So I don't really understand how he could be in an upstairs bathroom. And his whole thing was like, oh, well, I'm going to a bathroom where kids aren't. It's just like the staff bathroom or whatever, and creating the content. But
that's a lie.
But even if that was the truth, again,
doesn't matter.
Why are you going? Like, it's still fucking weird. Even if you go to the adults only bathroom at the daycare and make OnlyFans content.
You need to do this after work, period. Yes. There's no excuse for this. It's so fucking insane.
Exactly.
And then, I wonder maybe the daycare was in the basement for the most part, but that's a big wasted space upstairs.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't even know if I believe that there was an upstairs bathroom at all. Who knows?
So, okay, here's a clip of him explaining some of the subreddits he was in and the first time that he took a nude at work.
It wasn't just taking a picture. It went far beyond that.
Yeah.
As you know, I was working as a preschool teacher, technically pre-K, pre-kindergarten. And so I had a lot of free time at work where I would post on those apps. I did go to the bathroom a few times and snap a nude. A lot of the reason why I did that was because I was getting paid by people. And now when I said that, people thought I was getting paid by I don't know if you can say this word, PDF files, you know what I'm trying to say. People thought I was catering to them. And now with some of those Reddit groups I was in, I should not have been in. They were definitely like dad, son, trans girls. I got kicked out of a lot of groups for not even fitting the criteria. And it was definitely weird. But when you're in sex
I wasn't
work,
a pedophile, so they kicked me out. Okay.
No, I was just too blinded by the money that was coming in. I know that's no excuse. So then fast forward to the day I took my first nude at work. I honestly don't remember it, but I do remember that I would get paid say $45 to take a picture. They'd say, go take it. And I would. Now, I never did any of this while clocked in. I wasn't allowed to have bathroom breaks like that unless it was an emergency, of course.
Being clocked in is the least of your worries, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, but don't worry, I wasn't on company time taking the nudes, okay? So don't worry about it.
I didn't screw them over in any way.
Right.
Classrooms were downstairs. I was far away from everyone, and the teacher's bathroom that was locked. That's another thing people are confused about because they see that the toilets had little training seats on it, and there was 2 toilets in the bathroom, which was kind of weird. And I think originally a long time ago, those were kids' bathrooms, and we would use them in an emergency, but for the most part, those were for the teachers. I'm not excusing anything I did. There's definitely no excuse, but I do just want to say that it would have happened at that time at any job I worked at. If I was working at the movie theater, still would have happened there instead.
I can't control myself. It would have happened anywhere.
And that's still fucking weird.
It's so disgusting.
Extra weird that you're at a daycare, but it's still weird.
And
if one of us at the office was going over to the bathroom to whack one off real quick and take a pic, like, what the fuck?
Ew, that is so disgusting to think
That's still
about.
weird.
And then you know that people are doing that at their jobs. Like, there's got to be, I bet you anything, there's people that have their OnlyFans where they, like, advertise it as, like,
At
taking
work.
it at work.
Oh.
I'm in the movie theater, or at the Target, in the
like,
bathroom.
people like public indecency. Like, that's a,
that
is a fetish in itself, is public indecency.
Yeah.
But at a daycare.
Of all places, dude.
But at a daycare.
And that's just, wouldn't something go off in your brain? Wouldn't something tell you, this is fucking wrong? Why?
Hey, for $45.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I happened to be at the daycare, which makes everything so much more worse. I didn't even fully remember anything until people went on my OnlyFans and they found it for me. And a lot of people are saying that I'm still getting paid for those posts, or that they're still up, but they're not. I took those down already.
Okay, so I haven't seen the videos. Karelly, you've seen some of this, huh?
I wouldn't say, I didn't see like the content from the school.
Yeah.
But like I went searching for him and his OnlyFans is no longer up. But there's a website that I think mirrors everything from the OnlyFans. A lot of the content was taken off. Like it was just a black screen, but the captions were there.
So they're not just nudes or like videos of him posing.
No.
It's full on
It's
actions.
it's full
and
on
you can assume
action.
what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say a lot of the content wasn't at the daycare. A lot of it was like from home and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then like you can assume, I mean, you know what goes on OnlyFans, you know what I mean? So you can
Yeah.
assume, but.
And there were videos taken at the daycare, and people are
Yes.
saying that they can hear kids
Yes.
and other teachers in the background.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can't verify this 100% because we haven't even watched the video.
Right.
I saw a clip from, I forgot what, I was listening to a podcast or something. It was a podcast or just a YouTube video.
Oh.
And he did play a little bit of the video, and you can't hear Michael doing anything, but you can hear
like,
people in the background. You can hear kids like laughing in the background.
Yeah.
And you know, like if it's so disgusting because just the insinuation that the kids are there is enough for a fucking pedophile.
Totally.
Oh, 100%. This is sick. If my kid was in this situation, dude, I'd like fucking sue if I could.
Yes.
No, 100%.
This is insane.
Yeah. So, and also he tries to be like, oh, well, I was doing it when no one else was there. It's like, bullshit,
Yeah.
dude. And even if you were doing it when no one else was there, that's just fucking weird. Why are you doing it at all at an establishment that houses kids? Houses, you know what I'm saying by that.
Yeah,
But yeah, like, what the fuck?
And especially when like bodily fluids
ew.
are like around. Ew, that's just so
Imagine
fucking gross.
like he's doing this stuff and then going back and working with the kids.
Right.
Hopefully he's like
washing his hands.
Yeah. God, I
Oh
can't
my
even go there. I'm sorry.
God.
This is
Yeah,
so
no, it's
disturbing.
sick.
So he said that the photos and videos of him in the daycare that he posts on OnlyFans have been deleted, but we can confirm that they are not.
You can still easily find them.
Yeah.
And like also you'd assume, I mean, you have to get to a certain point,
Yes.
a certain mood to go and do this.
That's what I'm
stuff.
saying.
Around kids.
Why are you aroused at work?
That is so fucking disturbing.
Okay, so this is when it gets really fucking creepy, you guys, because he tries to claim like, oh, I'm not catering to pedophiles. Yes, you are. Exhibit A. On August 22nd of 2022, he posts this picture with his ding-a-ling-ring-a-lingin', and the caption says, I shouldn't be doing this here, ... with like the devil emoji.
Mm-hmm. You know exactly what you're doing.
Ugh, this is so gross. This is August 1st, 2022. He posts on OnlyFans with the caption, someone horny snapped me while I'm at work, hee throw up.
In these day in my life, and when he's crying about the daycare and stuff, like if you didn't know all this about him, you would think this is someone who like really loves their job, loves working with children.
Yeah.
But then it's all such a facade. Clearly, you would not be being like, oh, horny snap me while I'm at the daycare. It's so sick.
Ew.
The fact that he's even still on the internet today is wild. You would think you would be so ashamed and embarrassed that you'd fucking nuke everything and disappear.
Yeah, no, his TikTok is still up. His Instagram is still up.
He still wants to get money. He's like, maybe I can
He hasn't posted in a
continue to
sec.
have a viral moment with this whole situation.
There's another one where the caption is less than an hour until I'm off of work with like some
Ew.
creepy emojis. There's this video. I don't know what the video is. I can assume what it is, but the caption is, did you see the pre-substance fly out with like...
Ew.
It's disgusting.
There's one that he says, I shouldn't be doing this here, ... Oh, and this is... There's
Another one.
The picture
You
is
see,
like
kids' step stools
stools.
for them to wash their hands, I'm assuming. Oh my God.
And he tried to play it off like it's clickbait. He's like, I was just clickbaiting for people. I'm like,
no,
the
you
fuck,
are fishing
dude?
for pedophiles.
And even if you are clickbaiting, why are you clickbaiting for pedophiles?
Yeah. Because why do you think?
What the fuck are you
he's
doing?
making tons of money doing it.
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just so disturbed.
It's so fucked up.
Like, this is so shocking. When I first found this, I was like, there's no way this is actually true that this person's doing this.
I know. When you guys first told me about it, because it was before we really dug in, I didn't realize how bad it was. I thought he was just like taking like a couple selfies at
thought he took
the
like a
daycare,
butt
which
pic
still,
or
I was
something.
like,
Still
that's
creepy.
horrible.
Yeah.
But this is like, he was
way worse.
full on filming these videos, doing sexual acts in this daycare bathroom.
Disgusting.
With kids potentially right outside the door.
Yeah. Again, he doesn't really give an apology for these disgusting acts. Instead, this is what he says.
He seems incapable of actually issuing a real heartfelt apology. It like doesn't seem like he has it in him.
There's
to
no empathy
admit
there.
Real fault, you know?
Well, he plays it off of like, that's who I was. I'm not that person anymore. So take it or leave it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's essentially what he says.
Oliver Wilde quote.
Yeah.
Fuck off, y'all.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Would I have done it? No. It was gross. It doesn't excuse anything. But at the same time, I hate when people call me names when I know it's not true, or people assume that I was doing stuff that I wasn't doing just because it was at a daycare. Where it was
What
had
the
nothing
fuck?
to do with
You just said it for yourself. They're assuming exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
what I was doing or what
He doesn't understand the gravity of what he's done at all.
Clearly not,
Mm-mm.
which is shocking.
Yeah.
This is-
Moral compass isn't there.
This is genuinely one of the worst things I've seen a creator do ever.
Yeah.
Like, this is
It's
so
so
disgusting.
Those people did not know where I work. Those people did not care where I work. I remember I did post in some of those groups before, like, I'm a teacher. I was trying to have that shock factor.
But they did know where he worked.
Yeah. And
yeah, because you posted it yourself, dummy.
yeah.
Trying to have that thing that makes me kind of different. My work did know about my OnlyFans. People sent my news and like a letter to my bosses, and my bosses confronted me about it, but they completely had my back. They never judged me, but they found it disgusting that there were people online who were coming after me like that. And so we did what we could to protect myself and not let people know where I work anymore. And I know my full story. I know the truth, but that does not excuse what I did at the preschool. And that does not excuse, I also have racist tweets, which I know if I address this, people will bring that up.
It's like, oh, it's really inconvenient, but
No.
you guys are going to find out anyway. I am also a racist.
But like, I love how he just like interjects in the middle of the point. He's like talking about creating pedophile content for people, and then he's like, which by the way, I also have racist tweets. He's like,
oh God, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
You're going to fucking know about it, obviously, so I might as well just tell you.
Literally rolling his eyes back.
Yeah. Look at the sass that he is serving.
2014, where I said the most insane things. I said things about animals I shouldn't have said, like abusive, not sexual. And I said things about
like abusive, not sexual. Okay. I'm clear on that one, at least. It was just abuse.
whole groups of people.
he's like, I wasn't talking about fucking the dog. I was talking about throwing the dog against the dresser. Come on, there's a difference.
Literally.
Dude,
this guy's delusional.
Michael.
Black people, Asian people. I was very much unhinged and kind of wild as a kid, and I don't want to use the house I lived in as an excuse. There really is no excuse, but I do want to just let you know that the person I've been on social media this whole last few years, the person you've seen me grow into the last year specifically, that's the person who I am today. And so that's why I acted so removed from that and almost like...
shut the fuck up. We don't know you. You're posting what you want to on the internet. No one knows who you... These people do not know you in real life. You can't be like the person you know me as today. Like, you're not doing a 24-hour live stream. We don't fucking know who you are. We watch your little get ready with me. You put colored ice in your drink. What the fuck?
I
No
didn't care.
thought behind those
because
eyes.
it was so long ago in my mind that it's not I didn't care. It's just it doesn't resonate with me anymore.
He's like, that's not me.
It
so.
doesn't resonate with me anymore.
Okay.
So it did?
At one,
This resonated with you? Racism and animal abuse resonated with you.
And
Is
he
that what
does-
you're saying?
he loses the point of the whole video.
Right.
He loses the point because at first he's like talking about like, you know, the daycare pictures.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, you know, I don't resonate with being a racist and a animal abuser anymore.
We're not even talking about that. That's a side problem for another TikTok video. We're talking about the fact that you're choking your fucking chicken at the goddamn daycare.
Yeah.
Okay? Jesus Christ. I'm
What's
sorry.
happening
This is
to our world? Dude, I'm telling you, society is falling apart.
It's
Left behind. That's all I'm going to say on that. You can blame Bush for this. But I'm serious. Like, what is going on between these streamers we're talking about last week? I am floored by the rising amount of dumb fucks that are all over the internet at all
walking
times.
our earth.
Literally at all hours of
And
the day.
I think the reason why we see it so much more is because you used to not be able to make money off of being a fucking dumb fuck and just rage baiting all the time.
Yeah.
Now you can make millions
Yes.
of dollars off of doing this.
It really pisses me off. Like, you can do fucking anything nowadays. And like back when I first started content creation, I had to like put some thought in. If I was going to get any views, I'd have to like really work hard, like dedicate an entire day to my piece of content.
Yeah.
Or sometimes multiple days, especially once I started getting into true crime and stuff.
No.
I had to spend days on end, like really making thought out content, planning it and everything. These people are just waking up and basically throwing up onto the world.
Could you imagine
That's how I feel about it. It's so annoying.
If our content was just like rage bait and like making like viral content?
Yeah.
Like, it'd be so much easier though. We roll into work, we're like, all right, guys, what
How
shit are we doing
today?
And we're all like meeting, you know, every day to try and it's
strategizing.
It's wild.
Yeah. The internet has become such a fucked place. Like, I don't even know how else to describe it. It's really scary.
Do you think that some of these people are playing it up like, oh, not Michael Duvall, but like some other creators? Do you think they're just playing it up to be dumb fucks, or do you think that
100%?
Or do you think that this is actually them? Like,
I think a combo of both.
I think a combo of both, depending on the case.
Yeah.
Case by case situation.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
I
these two, Brittany from last week,
Brianna.
and this guy, whatever, Brianna. This is
Don't disrespect our woman.
This one is a smart one right here. Let me tell you. I think they're both in real dumb fuck category, though.
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of people just pretending to be.
Yeah, I think some people are pretty stupid, and then some people are just like, I know that this is what gets the clicks, so.
I think Michael is just genuinely really stupid.
Yeah, well, he's trying to like walk back everything he's done.
Even though there's so much fucking proof for it.
I'm like, dude, nor. Okay.
So these racist tweets and as far as what he did to animals or talked about doing to animals, we don't know. Are those like wiped or something?
More out there, but yeah, I couldn't find them either.
And how old did he say they were?
2014. So he was, I mean, it doesn't
They're old enough to know better. And what do you even like post about abusing an animal on Twitter?
Some say that he straight up admitted to abusing animals, like tossing his mom's dog against a dresser and then laughing about it. Others claim that he killed a kitten by putting it under a hairdryer.
Oh my God. I hope that's not true.
There's also accusations of racist comments, plus he claims that he's posted OnlyFans content that plays into incest fetishes and other disturbing themes.
Okay, so we actually just found some of his tweets, but I don't want to include these.
No.
This is so disturbing. It's bad. This is bad.
Yeah.
This is
bad.
Very, very bad.
Wait, what the fuck? Go back to that one.
Dude, fuck this guy. He is a
what is
really
his
bad
classroom?
Person. This is at school?
Yes, dude. There's a fucking cutout of a KKK
what the hell?
hood on a board.
I can't read what it says.
Maybe it was like to understand.
Yeah. But like, okay, you can do a lesson where you go over this. You don't make
an
art project and put it on the wall.
That's diabolical. What the fuck?
And I don't know.
It's on the read wall.
And to be clear, he's just posting what's in his classroom. I don't want to put this on the screen. So
hell no.
Okay,
but
some more
he's
tweets.
like joking about the R word,
inviting people to R him.
He also talks about how at the time he struggled with substance abuse and doesn't remember a lot of, taking the nudes and stuff because he was on substances, which obviously I have sympathy for anyone who struggles with substance abuse.
Of course.
But also, like, what do you want us to do? Be like, oh, okay, you don't remember? Like,
yeah,
coast is clear.
Right.
What the fuck? And also, like, were you potentially under the influence while teaching children? I don't know. I genuinely have no idea.
I feel so bad for parents who had kids there and are learning all of this about him, and that I'm sure front facing, they really liked him.
Yeah.
And to find all of this out later on would be so upsetting, especially if your kid really liked him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go ahead and watch how he ends this video.
What I did was wrong, and I know a lot of people are going to say I'm only coming on here because I'm getting a lot of hate, and I don't know what to say to that besides, I guess, yeah, you're right, I'm getting a lot of hate, and it makes you really think, and it's really hard to not believe what people are saying about you, but I just wanted to tell you guys my story. I wanted to tell you the truth from my mouth, because I know hearing it from rumors, it can sound a lot worse than it was. I promise you no kids were ever involved. What I did in that bathroom had nothing to do about the building I was in. I know I let a lot of people down, and the people I let down the most is mothers and people with kids and people who thought they could trust me and knew who I was. I just want to say I'm truly sorry. I never meant to make anyone question the type of person I was. I never meant to hurt anyone. I never meant to make those mistakes. And people say they weren't mistakes, they were choices, which is absolutely true. I chose to do that stuff. I regret it so much. It's just not the person who I am anymore. And I would hope that people who love me, really care about me, can see me for the person who I am, the person who I have been. But if you choose to unfollow me or you choose to not support me, please go ahead. But wasting the church's time by sending people to my door is not the right thing to do. People said that they let the authorities know. And for that, I'm just going to say, like, let them know, let them come at me and check me, because there's absolutely nothing. I was never coming from a place of ill intent whenever I was was doing it. I guess I just don't really know what else to say. And I didn't really want to say anything just because I feel like that's not who I am anymore. So that's why I ignored it. I was broke. I was heartbroken. I was going through a lot in my life. And the only thing I had control over was my OnlyFans. And so I was really hyped for it at the moment. This is the last time I'll ever talk about this. And then I will just be moving on. If you can't move on, I totally get it. Block me and follow me. Do what you have to do.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to keep posting, so don't watch it if you don't like it anymore.
I really do feel bad for the children, though, because, I mean, I'm sure hopefully they don't know what's going on now, but, like, I bet when they get older, they'll, hear,
that would be so
right?
upsetting to me if, like, a teacher that I really liked ended up...
That happened to me.
Really?
Yeah. One of my middle school teachers, who was one of my favorite teachers,
was a PDF file?
Literally charged in jail.
Oh, God.
And yeah, I don't want to give too many details, but it was very disturbing for our whole community because he was like a favorite.
Yeah. Ugh, God, that's so sad.
Yeah, it was really fucked up.
So, like, I don't think Michael is himself a PDF file. Like, I don't think he's
as far as we know with the evidence we have.
Yeah. I don't have a reason to think that he's like, ugh, so disgusting. Like, has any sort of attraction to the children that he worked with.
We sort of do have,
but like,
I don't know if I'm pushing it for me to say this, but the fact that he's filming these videos and doing things in the school where there's children around, it makes me wonder, like, how he's able to get in that mindset when he's around these kids.
And also thinking about it, like, he's messaging people and, like, I mean, I'm sure he's, like, sexting people. And the fact that, like, what if a kid looked over and, like, saw on his phone in the classroom and, like, on his OnlyFans, on his Reddit.
Well, remember, Karelly, he's only in the bathroom when he's off the clock.
Oh, that's right. Oh, and also he doesn't resonate with it anymore. It's fine.
Yeah,
he doesn't resonate with it anymore. God,
but like, still, you're literally being hired to keep kids safe. But then you're making content. I don't know.
Dude, I'd be so disturbed and I would feel like I couldn't trust anyone ever again around my kids, which, like, you already, as a parent in this world, feel that way.
Yeah. This video obviously blew the fuck up, which, this is kind of a side note, but, like, right before posting this, he posted a review of Michaela. I don't know her fucking last name.
Noguera?
Noguera?
Noguera.
The one that's Kim Kardashian. She
makeup bag.
She just put out
what a pot two.
Pot two. She just put out a line of skincare products.
PRB.
And he got a PR package from her.
So this is when I realized, like, he's, like, somewhat of a big deal if he's getting PR from Michaela.
Yeah.
Right? Or, like, is she just sending this to anyone with a pulse?
I don't know. I mean, he has, like, a decent amount of followers. And,
yeah, I guess so.
And I know that she's made it a point to send it to...
a big fucking box.
She's made it a point, too, to send her PR to smaller creators as well, and also just, like, random fans. So, regardless, but in the video,
Why didn't I get any? I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to try that shit. I'm just, like, curious about the skin prep. Although, do I need to have, like, a 5-part skin prepping routine before makeup? Is it cleansers and shit?
No, it's literally skin prep. I don't really understand.
There's,
it's like
multiple
milk
steps.
stuff, plumping something.
I was very curious about it, though.
Same. Let us know if it works out there.
It's sold out. You can't even get
really?
it. I thought about buying it.
Oh, okay.
I was just so curious. But
Yeah.
I really do not need to introduce 5 extra products
Yeah, that's
into my
weird.
routine.
That's a little wild.
Don't you, like, for, like, good, simple skin routine, you need, like, 3 products.
That's what
This
I thought.
isn't really like
Use a
skincare.
primer.
I don't think necessarily.
I mean,
it
primers
is,
and stuff, right?
but it's like kind
to
of
get glassy skin.
Yeah, exactly. But she also claims that, like, you certainly don't need. It's not like a step 1, step 2, step 3. It's like you can use one product or 2 of them or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. They all do different
Drip
shit.
it, whip it,
Drip it, whip it,
do it, drench it, glaze it.
It sounds like the bop it, drench it.
It's so
glaze
boring.
it.
The packaging is so
Whip
boring.
it.
I was just so curious
it.
about it because it's so different.
I like the packaging,
Really?
but I like
kinda do
I like
too.
boring packaging.
The idea of it is so different that I was like, my interest was piqued a little bit.
Yeah.
But I
Well-
still have such a bad taste in my mouth with her after the whole mascara gate. And just, she never acknowledged that,
No.
ever. We just
No.
moved on.
Yep. Okay, so, but the reason I brought that up is because, he gets the PR package, but in the video, he goes, "You can hate on me, but please don't send any hate to Michaela. She didn't know I was going to be getting canceled when she sent out the box."
I'm sure that's the least of her concerns is the few people bitching to her about Michael.
Yeah.
Michaela has a giant group of people that really hate her. I mean, she gets, like, I'm sure she doesn't even really.
Well, she's like one of the biggest influencers out there.
Yeah. So he's like, please don't
Yeah.
give Michaela any
But
hate.
also, it just shows that he's completely aware of the gravity of his fucking actions. You know what I mean? Like, it just shows that he is extremely self-aware.
Well, the dude's losing hella followers too. He had close to 1 million now.
I think that's all he's really aware of. I don't think he really gets the gravity of his actions. He's aware of the amount of hate he's getting and how it's affecting his wallet.
But maybe not like the context of the
I don't think he really understands why what he did is so horrible.
Yeah.
Because I really think if you got it, if you realized how bad this is,
you just off the internet at least for a couple months, because what the fuck?
At least. I mean,
no, he's like back on Instagram.
Great.
Okay, so now we just need to kind of address the whole like ex-fiance part. And again, this truly is like hearsay, and this is just TJ's point, but after all this blew up, because remember, he talks about how his ex was really abusive, both physically and emotionally. And so a post on Reddit allegedly made by his ex surfaced, and we can't 100% confirm it's him. However, he did post a picture of his face to try and be like, and just so you know, yes, it is me. His ex is denying that he was ever abusive in any way. He said, I am the ex. I never forced him or pushed him to do anything. OnlyFans was his idea for extra money, and I had nothing to do with any profiles or content. It was just a win for me because extra money and extra ass, honestly.
Damn.
That's crazy to say.
Yeah.
Wow.
But okay. No, I was not the greatest partner. I slept around constantly and did scream a lot. I was at the point where I was still working on myself, but I was never physically abusive.
Yes. Go back. I did scream a lot?
Like, probably yelled at, like,
oh, I thought he meant, never mind.
What did you think?
Well, he said in the same sentences, I slept around constantly, so my mind was in a sexual place. So
and screamed. Oh, during sex.
Yeah.
He's like, I was loud as fuck during sex, but
that's
listen.
what he was saying.
He said that I was still working on myself, but I was never physically abusive with him. I pushed him off of me one time, the last fight we had, because he grabbed and squeezed my nuts. But other than that, I had never pared a finger on him, and for sure never forced or even pushed him to do anything. And then he posts a selfie of him. He's like, just so it is proof it is me, and I'm just afraid, which is like it's
the worst picture.
I don't like, dude.
You couldn't have tried any harder on that. You couldn't even wipe the lens, dude.
No, I know.
Wow, and that face, dude, just like that is wild.
I know.
God,
I know.
Dark times we're in,
but
so weird.
Yeah,
and like, who knows if he's telling the truth? I don't know. Who knows who is telling the truth and who's not in this situation? Yeah. I don't know. And what pisses me off, too, is the queer community already deals with these stereotypes and this narrative that's being put out there more than ever, that they're, pedophiles, predators, sexual deviants, and it's just feeding into that. And people will use this as an example, and like, so unfair.
I told you that's why you shouldn't like gay people around your kids, because they do shit like this. Like,
exactly.
Oh, God.
I'm surprised. Well, has this gone viral in like conservative
I'm sure there's
groups and stuff?
I'm sure there's
I wonder if there's like reporting on it from conservative media, and this deserves coverage. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It would make me so nervous if I had a child in any daycare thinking of, and I'm going to be at that point soon. Like, I am fortunate enough right now to have a nanny at home, and I'm like, I trust her 1,000,000%, and I know my daughter is safe every single day. And I know that's not a luxury that most parents have.
Nope.
And I know that like eventually she's going to go to school and I'm going to have to think about all this. And it's just so disturbing and upsetting.
Yeah.
God.
They need to do just like way more background checks on any person that gets hired to work with children.
But how would they have even prevented? How would you see in his background? There's no criminal record for him as far as we know, right?
But I think once the school found out that there was content, you know what I mean? They should have done something about that. And not saying, I think it's two things, right? I think that you can be a sex worker, you can do OnlyFans. That is absolutely okay as long as you keep it private. You don't mesh the two worlds together,
right?
But the thing is, they were enmeshed, and
he put the address out there.
He put the address out there. He literally doxed those kids.
Yeah, I agree. They should have done something with that then.
Yes,
if they had just found out that he had OnlyFans on their own, came across it on the internet or something, it'd be different.
There's nothing. Yeah,
you allowed for this address to be leaked to the point where they could send things to the school.
Personally, I do think that it is inappropriate for someone who works with children to, have like a secret life as like a, an OnlyFans model or something, because like, what if your kids do find that? What you do in your alone time, your private time is obviously up to you, but you are a teacher and you do sign up for a responsibility. Mm-hmm. And so you kind of have to like, if you want to be a content creator and, go, do like, content, that is absolutely okay. But it's just too close.
It's
They're just too close.
Dicey area.
Yeah.
I think people have varying opinions on this.
Yeah.
I don't even know where, like, what I really think. It's such new terrain.
Yeah.
Like, don't fucking film it at your work then,
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
freaks.
And if even with that aside, like if we take that off of the table as far as what we're discussing here when it comes to OnlyFans outside of your career, he just fucked up by being so messy with it. Like when you're just trying to virally post, where you're posting thousands of times a day, you're gonna have a fuck up where you post the fucking name of your daycare to the internet, and then they send this to your employers. And I completely agree. I think they should have canned him after that came in, just because of the building being released publicly. That's just so that's so dangerous.
Yup.
Yeah, really, really fucking messy situation. Disgusting. I feel like there's really not much else to say on Mr. Michael.
No, I have nothing else to say for his ass.
I think you need to just get off the internet and go do some self-searching and, self-work. Because I don't think you get it. I don't think you understand what you did at all, dude. No. That's all I got to say on that. And I'm done. And I'm out. No more on him. I need to go to the bathroom. All right. I think we can all agree it is time for a palate cleanser. Some fun, if you will.
a little brain rot, perhaps.
This is, I don't even know what's going on.
So Karelly has gathered a list of brain rot terms, such as, like, remember Skibbity, Ohio, the shit we were talking about?
Skibbity toilet.
Right. Stuff
the
like
Gen
that.
Alpha, Gen Z lingo.
Right. Yes. And basically we just are going to see if we know it or not and go through them and learn a few things.
Okay. All right.
We
So
might
we've
even have
flipped our screens. We can't see
Yeah,
it.
we can't see anything.
Okay.
So I was going to say, can we use it in a sentence? That type of thing. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Are we playing against each other, or are we working as a team?
I think we'd be working as a team.
That would be appreciated just because it's me today.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna start real easy. What does Riz mean?
I know.
Well, I learned recently from a comment. It means charisma, which that made me like it more.
And I'm into it now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I want to use it.
Yeah, charisma.
Riz.
Charisma. That's a word we don't use enough in society.
Charisma.
Charisma.
Kendall, you got a lot of Riz today.
I think you've got a lot of Riz every day.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good.
All right, so we get a point for that.
Great.
Beautiful girls. All right. What does level 10 gyat mean?
Oh, level 10 gyat?
Yep.
Level 10 gyat.
G-Y-A-T-T.
G-Y-A-T-T. Could that stand for something? Yacht. That's fun to say.
Gyat. Doesn't it mean like swag?
Your mom has a level 10 gyat.
Ooh, maybe it's ass. I'm going to say, I think ass. I don't
Your
know.
mom has a level 10 gyat. Yeah, I guess I think it's more like
Body.
yeah, body. Yeah, like just like serving body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Level 10 being like the like extreme.
Top tier puss.
Yeah.
Top tier puss? Or
Yeah,
like
that type of
kind of. It refers to someone with a big booty. Judy.
Oh.
Okay, so
yeah,
your
it just
gyat
sounds
is-
like ass.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So we get the
So-
point for that.
Yeah.
That's my first
sure,
guess.
whatever.
This one, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's phantom tax.
Phantom tax?
F-A-N-U-M.
Phantom tax.
That I've never even heard of this in my life.
Can we use that one in a sentence?
Agent gets 10%. Kai gets 2.5%. This is a chart for the phantom tax.
Pi gets 2%. What was it?
Who's Kai?
Like Kai Cenat.
Okay.
I don't know.
Kai Cenat's a streamer.
Okay, phantom tax.
Okay.
Wait, I think
took-
I have a guess.
Okay.
The amount of popularity you have.
I'm going to use it in a different sentence.
Okay.
I took bro's food. He should have been prepared for that phantom tax.
Fuck. No, I don't know.
I took his food. I've heard of like the cheese tax.
Of course.
You break cheese out.
The cheese
Dogs
tax.
get a tax.
The cheese tax.
So maybe it's kind of like that.
Like you pay your taxes if you're like a friend. Like
Yeah.
if I stole Kendall's
Phantom.
lip
So-
gloss, I need to pay the lip gloss tax. The
So
phantom
what would
Kendall-
that
tax.
be?
Well, so Kendall paid us the phantom tax with the Dubai chars, chocolate bars.
So just giving something to your fucking friend.
Phantom is just a food tax, just giving someone food.
Yep.
That's the dumbest
Guys,
thing I've ever fucking heard in my life.
Sigma.
Sigma, it's like the opposite of alpha, right? Sigma
What's the difference
is
between
like-
that and beta? Beta and
Oh,
sigma.
beta's the opposite. Sigma's
Is sigma even lower? If you're a sigma? No, I think sigma
Sigma's
means
also-
alpha. Sigma brain.
yes. But I don't know if it's more than alpha. I don't know.
Okay, so Sigma is better than an alpha.
Tier S. So it's like the top of the top.
Okay, top tier puss.
A successful man or independent person.
Okay.
Hayden Ross thinks he is a Sigma.
He's a Sigma. Yep. That is correct.
Din.
All right, goofy
What came out of your mouth?
Goofy
Goofy
Can you spell that, please?
Goofy
Goofy
Like Goofy AH?
AHH.
Is that just you're goofy?
Goofy
Like
use it in a sentence?
The Goofy Uncle Productions did it again.
what? The Goofy Uncle Productions? The Goofy Uncle Productions. So it's like just goofy. Lame?
Lame. Yeah, it's just
Lame.
like silly, ridiculous.
Like Kendall's bad eyesight is goofy.
Yeah, it is. Goofy
The fact that you won't go to a fucking eye doctor is goofy. That is the stupidest thing
Isn't
I've
this
ever heard.
stupid? This is our
What
generation.
That's not my generation.
No, this is our new generation.
You
Is what I meant.
guys, I fear society is falling.
You just said that about 30 minutes ago.
It's just like it seems more prevalent than ever in the last month. I'm just seeing so much stupid shit on a daily basis. I'm like, wow, where are we going to go from here?
Yeah.
Outlook not good.
Nor.
All right, what about this one? A sussy baka.
Sucky Baba?
No,
A sussy Baha?
a sussy baka.
SUSSYBAKA.
Baka, like
Baka.
what Drake used to say, Baka, get back on the road.
Yep.
That's
that
the
mean?
spelling? I don't know.
It is that spelling.
Drake said it like 10 years ago. I think Baka's like his friend. I don't know.
Use it in a sentence.
Goofy uncle is Sussy Baha. So stupid.
Sussy baka?
Stop it, you sussy baka.
That's not helpful.
Dude, if my kid starts coming home from school and saying this type of stuff, I'm gonna be like beating my head at the wall. This is
Sussy
horrible.
baka. I think it's like sissy little bitch.
But
Type of
sussy is sus is like
Yeah, suspicious.
yeah, a suspicious baka.
Baka.
So like a strange motherfucker.
You
Suspicious.
weird ass.
Maybe
bitch.
Michael Duvall could be a
Sussy
sussy
baka.
baka.
He is. He actually is. He's a suspicious fool, and I think baka is.
Suspicious fool. I need to start using that. I love that.
Dude, you're a suspicious fool.
Sussy baka. That one's kind of
Baka
fun.
is wild. Okay.
Baka is wild.
Okay.
All right, this one I kind of like. Where the huss at?
Husband. Where's your hubs? Where's your man? No?
No.
Okay.
Is it like the party? Like, I'm going to a huz tonight. You want to come?
No, I like that though.
What's okay? So what is it?
Maybe it stands for hustle.
But why would you
like-
say where's the huz at? Where's
like,
the huz?
why don't you have any hustle? Where's it at?
Like Michael Duvall has hella huz.
Well, he'd have like none.
Well, he's hustling.
Oh, okay,
He's
yeah.
doing two
okay.
jobs in one location.
Well, no, you guys are wrong.
That's one way to look
Oh
at it.
fuck. Okay.
It means where the hoes at.
Oh,
The hoes are laughing.
okay.
So huz is
Hoes.
Wow. Nothing to say.
pointed right now. Go ahead. On to the next one.
Mogging.
Mogging?
Yeah.
Does that have
Can
to
you
do with
spell it?
maga?
Mogging.
Mog, so it doesn't. Mogging.
Can you use it in a sentence?
I can. Bro, stop mogging. No one cares.
What a lazy term. You just changed one word, one letter.
Is that what it is? Like glaring at someone?
Outshining someone in appearance.
Oh, so no, not
it
at all.
doesn't- Okay. I was confused.
Outshining
Mogging?
someone.
Okay, this one we have been using kind of wrong. Kind of. Bop.
A bop. Like a great tune.
Well, she just said we were using it wrong, so clearly that's not it.
I think that's what sometimes it has that meaning, but not
like
not
this
in
is a bop.
It's really in the eye of the beholder, right? There's so many uses of bop. There's baby bop. There's
Baby bottle pop.
bopping
bop,
around, baby bottle bops.
Pop.
Bop someone on the head.
Right. Bop. You bops a dog's nose.
Yeah.
Bop.
So what was it again?
Bop.
Just bop?
Oh, it means a derogatory term for women.
What?
A bop?
Yeah, so it's like a hoe or
See-
like a sloot.
Now
Well,
there's
that's kind of
multiple
annoying.
terms for the same thing.
Because I
and
thought
this
a
is
bop
really
was a good thing. Like this is a
Yeah,
bop.
this
'Cause
is getting
I've also-
confusing. How are we supposed to function in the world?
Because
Not
I've also
knowing
heard
what we're
I've also
saying?
heard it's for like someone who's ugly. Like they call someone who they think is ugly a bop.
That's so confusing. It's also a positive term.
Yeah. What?
I don't subscribe to this bullshit. Are these things in the Oxford Dictionary?
Some of them are.
Bop means a hoe.
A hoe, yeah. It's a derogatory term for a woman.
Or ugly.
Or ugly.
I don't like that.
I'm not thrilled with that.
I like bop as in a good song, personally.
Yeah, I will be continuing to use it in that context. Thank you
Riz
very
really
much.
doesn't seem so bad anymore. Riz is the best one.
Riz is great.
Yeah.
I'll get it tattooed on me. Fuck
yeah.
it.
And the inside of your lip? I got
Yeah,
Riz.
I do good. Riz.
Huh?
All right. Negative 1,000 aura.
Okay, I think I know this. It means like the opposite of cool. Like just really lame, really
Bad
like,
aura, bad energy.
Bad energy, just like Michael Duvall has negative 1,000 aura.
Michael Duvall absolutely has one negative 1,000 aura.
Donald
So
Trump
it's
has negative
energy.
1,000 aura.
Yep.
It's just energy.
Just like
so that's not really a
trash.
new term.
It's
I mean, aura is just
Uncool, cringeworthy,
But like no one uses the term aura
or
to
cringe
describe
anymore.
someone.
Yeah, they do. Like your aura.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Oh
But
my
like
God.
negative 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, adding the negative 1,000.
Recently, I saw this girl on my TikTok who she's like an aura reader, and she's been reading the auras of celebrities, and I see her vision.
Wasn't that like a color? Well,
Yes, it's like a color
Yeah.
aura,
Mhm.
and she did Nicole Kidman, the actress. Hers was crazy. It was like all black and a little bit of gray and like a little bit of red.
I was gonna say she gives me red.
That sounds dark.
Yeah, she does a lot of them. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, it's really crazy. I have to find her. And
She has got what you have. Like a massive fear. No, she's been really open about it. She
Negative
has a
1,000 aura.
serious fear. No, she has a serious fear of death, and it's like debilitating to the point where it's like haunts her entire life.
Cool.
Oh, well,
Maybe I can DM her and see if she got any tips.
you know she
Hit her up.
she only wears wigs in her movies.
Oh,
She doesn't in any of the movies that she's in. It's never her real hair. It's always a wig.
Really
Mhm. I'm not sure what the reason is, but
interesting. I didn't know that.
yeah, I found that out yesterday.
You know who she is? She's in our favorite movie.
of course.
Yeah.
Just go with it.
Yeah.
She's
that's Nicole
Dublin.
Kidman?
She's Devlin.
Dublin.
Oh, all right, guys. Looks maxing.
Looks maxing.
Looks maxing.
2 words.
One word. Looks maxing with 2 X's.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's serving the See You Next Tuesday. It's like you are serving the max amount of looks. Like serving looks is like you look amazing.
Sure.
You're max looking.
I think that's a good guess. I'm going to go with that too. Sure.
Yeah, just your best appearance.
Oh, turn
Nice.
up.
Same as top tier puss.
Yep,
Same
Same
category.
as top tier puss.
Top tier puss is everything.
Right.
It can be everything.
Right.
Mhm.
All right, max looking. Love that.
Caught in 4K.
Oh, everyone knows that,
Yeah.
right? Like you've just been caught doing something,
Right.
especially when it's on film.
Yeah, you.
It's been documented
Right.
that you fucked up and it's on film.
Michael
so, like,
Duvall.
Michael again. Michael fits so many of
caught
these.
in 4K.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We have good evidence of
That was
whatever you
good.
did.
We got a couple more. Mewing.
Mewing, we know
Oh.
this. We went over this last time too. It's when you.
Yep.
You,
Oh,
you,
right.
you tuck the tongue
You-
underneath
you
the
put
mouth
the
to
roof-
get the.
Yep, you
put it
push
to the
your
roof of your mouth.
tongue. Yeah, pushing your tongue
Can you
to
see
against
it?
the roof of
Does
your
it
mouth.
work?
Yeah, there's
Are
a
you doing it?
difference.
Oh, yeah. Wait, go now. Normal. Okay, now mew.
Wait, see if it.
That's
See
wild.
if you can notice mine. Normal?
Yeah, that chin is popping out. Mhm, that's good.
Okay, so that means just sticking the tongue to your roof of your mouth.
Yep, and just improve your
give-
jawline.
A more
Define.
max looking jawline.
Looks maxing.
Oh, looks
Looks maxing.
max.
Okay,
Okay.
fine shite.
Fine shite.
SHITE.
No, just a shite. SHYT.
Oh, shite.
Shite. Fine shite.
Fine. Okay, is fine with an I or a Y?
I like normal.
Okay. Fine shite. Fine shit. Good shit.
No, I don't think it's shit.
No?
Maybe it is.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know.
Shite.
Shite. Fine shit? But what does fine shit even mean? Like good?
Like
that's a
sometimes
fine
my
shit?
dad would say shite for shit. Like, don't give me any of that shite.
Yeah.
We didn't want to cuss.
Have you seen Luigi Mangioni's mugshot? Yeah, man. Fine shite.
That's
Okay,
a-
so-
okay.
He's mewing in it probably.
Yeah.
Fine shite.
Okay, so that means like you're looking great.
An attractive person.
An attractive person.
Hot.
So that's max looking.
While you're mewing to that fine shite is mewing because they're looks maxing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That was-
looks max.
that was-
max looking.
Oh my god, that was like a fucking like brain exercise. That was bad. But like the opposite of an exercise. So like fast food for my brain.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Negative 1,000 aura.
Yeah.
For that.
Yep.
Okay.
We
There's
kind of
more.
touched this one last time. 6'7".
6'7". Oh, I've heard this before.
This is... I already know what this is. It's when...
1738.
No. It's used like... It's a good thing. It's a positive thing. If someone says 6'7", it's a good
Where
thing.
did we hear this recently together, right?
I heard it on TikTok.
Or maybe we went over this on the show. No?
I talked about it because that's one thing I learned.
I remember this coming from you.
But it's because it's the height
engaged
of a famous basketball player who's like really good, but I don't remember who it is.
Oh, right. We did go over this on the show.
But I don't remember who it is.
It's actually from a song. But yes, it is the
referencing a player.
All right, I'm going to explain to y'all what 6'7" means because we're basically getting a taste of...
6'7" means...
This is a
You have to say it like that. 6'7".
Yeah, they go
All right,
like
I'm going to explain to y'all what 6'7" means because we're basically getting a taste of our own medicine. Because it's kind of like when we used to say type shit. It makes so much sense and you could use it in any context.
Does it?
To the point where it doesn't make sense. So it's like, yo, bro, you good? Type shit. Or,
I've never
yo,
said that.
bro, you good? 6'7". And if y'all still don't understand it, let me give y'all another example. You can crack the green eggs, but you can't dye the ham. You can crack the green eggs, but you can't dye the ham. It makes sense, right?
No, it doesn't.
An example of something that just makes sense. If monster trucks are so big, then why are they for kids? If monster trucks are so big, then why are they for kids? And if the meaning of 6'7" hasn't sunk into your thick skull yet, I'll give you the most basic way I can put it.
Is he like joking?
You can fish all day until it's night. You can fish all day until it's night. It makes so much sense, but it doesn't make so much sense at the same time that if someone told you it, you'd probably laugh and be like, what the fuck? All right,
I'm so annoyed right now.
I'm scared.
So
I am so concerned.
I thought it was like, oh, you're like really good at something 6'7", or it's like kind of like slay, like oh that slays, or oh you slay, like
well,
oh 6'7". I got an A on my math test. Oh 6'7". That's what I took it as.
I'd love to know what like Shakespeare would think of all this.
I don't give a fuck what his old ass says.
Didn't he cheat it anyway? He like stole everything from someone.
I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
I remember there was.
I wasn't paying attention on that. So I'm just confused.
So is he kind of trolling? It sounds like he was almost joking. He's being serious,
I think
describing
he was being
this.
serious. I think. I mean, maybe I don't know that creator whatsoever.
You can fish all day until it's night.
You
and
can
then you're
fish all
fishing at
day
night.
until it's night.
This is so stupid.
So what does it mean?
The definition that I got says that it's a song. It's a reference to a song "Doot Doot" by Skrilla, and.
What the fuck is going on? Dude. That's Holly's baby doll's name.
Doot Doot.
She's named him Dude.
That's cute. That's really cute.
She's ahead of her time.
I guess
That
so.
kid.
Like I'm already screwed. Feels like she's
an
just
advanced
born this
learner.
way.
She's got advanced vocab. Pretty soon she's gonna be like, "Mama, that's 6'7".
Oh my god. I'm not ready for this.
If you don't give her dessert when she wants it, she's gonna be like, negative 1,000 aura, mom.
Skibbity Ohio toilet.
Okay, so this thing says that it's about a basketball player who plays like he's 6'1", but he's actually 6'7".
Oh, that's not a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing.
Oh, fuck. This whole time I thought it was...
Janelle's really lost.
I was running around in society saying it was a good thing.
Okay, so now I'm even more confused than I was. And I don't think I need to understand it or want to.
Yeah, I think that we should leave it right there.
So is this how the younger generation, like our grandparents' generation, felt when their parents were dogging on them for like rock and roll and Elvis? Or is this just how it is, but then it's gotten so bad where it's this stupid? Do we sound old is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Probably,
do we sound like we're
to
just
young
judgmental
people?
and old?
Yes. Because we've said things.
Yeah.
Like I still say things. My mom's like, "What the fuck are you saying?"
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Oh."
Like, yeah, this is like when we would say LOL.
Or like
over
chill.
time. My dad would be like, what the fuck are you saying LOL?
Or like
raffle. BRB.
Raffle.
LMO.
LMAO.
Wow.
Or
weird.
like
I feel so old lately. Sad.
So 6'7" means I still don't understand. I'm still not
I don't think
gonna be able to let this go. I think it's gonna drive me insane if I don't know. Can I use it in a sentence? Is it a verb?
If we
like
already
I'm gonna
defined
6'7"
it,
you?
Bro, I don't know, because I just looked it up again and I'm getting a different answer.
So no one
says,
fucking knows.
No, it says many believe that the phrase references 67th Street in Chicago.
Oh my God. Okay.
What?
So people
Nobody
are just
knows.
brain rotted for real. No one knows. No one cares to know.
Someone in the comments tell us what it means, but only if you have a kid that's age appropriate to be using 6'7". I don't want to hear any 30-year-olds trying to describe this to me because clearly that's not working.
Yeah, no.
Ask
you're old.
if you have a kid out there that's in like middle school, ask the kid what 6'7" means, please, and then let us know.
Some videos feature users referencing their 67% test scores, following by the song playing in their heads. So,
Which 67% would not be good.
no,
That's
that's an
bad.
F.
Okay.
That's a D.
That's a D.
6'7".
6'7". You have to say it like that.
6'7".
6'7".
But okay, so
This is dumb.
so then the dude's TikTok made no fucking sense.
I think he didn't want it to make sense. That's my theory.
Well, that guy stressed me out. Is that it, or do we have one more?
We had one more, but the last one's very easy.
Oh, good. We need. The
there's
easy one.
more.
There's one last one.
All right.
What
Hit
does what does cook mean?
You're cooked. We're cooked. The stock market is cooked.
Americans are cooked.
Correct.
Michael Duvall is cooked.
But is he though?
However, I will say something here.
Yes.
I feel like you could also use it in a positive way, like, oh, you were cooking.
You were cooking, yeah.
Like, that's a
Mhm.
good
You're
thing.
really cooking.
You're
yeah.
really cooking some, you know what
I feel like that's old use of it though.
like you're cooking with heat.
Yeah.
Cooking with fire?
Yeah, like a
Cooking with
long
fire?
like back in our day.
Yeah.
They'd be like,
Now
oh,
you're
you're
cooking with
cooking.
fire.
You're cooking on Mario
right,
Kart.
right. But now it's like
You're cooked.
Because you're overcooked
Mhm.
is like you're burnt.
Right.
You're,
to a
it's like
crisp.
you're done.
Yes.
Take you out of the oven.
Right,
You're done.
yeah.
Put a fork,
put a fork
in
in
her.
her.
She's done.
I just met her.
Yeah. Right.
So is that correct?
It means to perform well or do well. In contrast, when a person is cooked, they're in danger
Danger.
or they're a failure.
Or they're a failure.
Yeah. It has a lot of meanings again.
Well, yeah. I guess, we're cooked means we're in danger. We're screwed. We're fucked.
Right.
Yeah. Well, then,
Okay.
I feel stupider than when I came in this building today.
Absolutely.
And also just scared.
scared.
They still say that? Scared?
I'm scared.
I am.
This is Skibbity Toilet for sure.
Yeah, we're cooked down the Skibbity toilet all the way to Ohio.
All the way to Ohio.
No, Grizz, negative.
1,000 aura.
I think my favorite is Top Tier Puss, though. That's a really great one.
That is a good one.
Top tier puss.
I do think, okay, Janelle, what's your favorite of the words?
Let me see.
Sussy baka?
Sussy
Fuck, I forgot about that. What does it mean again? Sussy baka?
Suspicious fool.
I think we need to
I
use
think
that on this
Sussy
show a
baka might be
lot.
my favorite.
Because we cover a lot of Sussy
Sussy
Bakas.
bakas.
This
We
is
should
a
get-
Sussy Baka show.
What if we got merch that said Sussy Baka?
So
I
embarrassing.
want a shirt that says Sussy Baka.
to support the Higher Hope Foundation. Get your Sussy Baka tee.
Hey,
100% of proceeds.
Hey, if it makes money to help
Yeah.
Higher Hope,
Would
that
you buy a
ultimately
Sussy
helps victims
Baka
of crime,
shirt?
would you buy it? Let us know.
Oh my God.
Or maybe we just make a shirt and on the back of it is just a list of brain rot terms.
That could be fun. A dictionary.
A what?
A dictionary.
Right.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I tuned out for the last 2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry. And with that, the
Karelly
sesh
is over.
the sesh is cooked, as in we're done for the day.
What did you learn today? That's how we're
All
ending
right.
this fucking show.
Wait,
from now
A, B,
on.
C, D, E, F,
G.
G.
I have to go. Remember that whole thing?
Yes, I do. That was Kourtney Kardashian, right?
Yes. Kourtney Kardashian.
That was a good moment. I liked
It was
that
a great moment.
little
I use
phrase.
it all the time.
Mm-hmm. That was a good one.
Yeah.
We should be saying that more often.
Mm-hmm.
Not-
What did I learn today? I learned that most of the products you see on TikTok just are not nearly as good as these people are trying to make it seem. Like the way that people react when they bite this fucking chocolate bar, I'm pissed, quite frankly. I want my money back. And $35, there is no chocolate bars that are worth $35. Just period. That's what I learned. Fuck this shit. Let me rip it.
That thing is... Wow.
Wow.
Oh my God. Jesus.
I'm still gonna eat the
That
rest,
thing
though.
is not bussin'.
No, anti-bussin'.
Anti-bussin'.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that I phantom taxed today by taking your chocolate bar.
Oh yeah,
I'm going to start trying to use these in a sentence, I think. Why not, Karelly? Would that make me cool?
Oh, shit. Brain
What?
rot was named Oxford's Word of the Year in 2024.
All right. I can get behind that. It's
Also,
a good,
maybe
it's
you
a
would
good
buy.
term.
Would you buy merch that says brain rot?
Brain rotted.
Let us know. Again, 100% of proceeds go to Higher Hope Foundation. So, hey, it's good. It's for a good cause. The fuck? Sigma. Kendall, I think you're a real Sigma. Oh, wait, that's a man. Sorry.
Alpha? Is Alpha always a man?
I don't know.
Why can't I be Sigma?
You can be Sigma. What the
Who cares?
fuck?
I'm Sigma.
Who gives a fuck about gender roles? Kendall's a Sigma.
Yep.
And that's what I learned. That's it.
Good. Karelly, what did you learn?
Yeah.
I learned that anyone's would do anything for money.
So that's new for you? You didn't know that people...
I guess you're right. No, I knew that.
And I was like, Karelly's like, I learned that today.
No, I guess I learned... What did I learn? I don't think I fucking learned anything today. I'm so sorry.
This really... We didn't have much to offer in this episode as far as education.
Okay,
Actually, it's good education.
I learned that the Dubai chocolate bar, not all it's cracked up to be.
You stole mine.
That's literally what Kendall said.
Okay, I learned...
You literally copied off of her.
I'm so sorry. I learned that
There's nothing left for her.
I
There's nothing
contribute to brain rot. Like, my brain is rotting by the minute.
I think we all, yeah. I'm learning that too. We're all rotting.
I learned that this episode was goofy-ah.
Goofy-ah. It was something.
Goofy-ah.
But it's over now, and we'll see you in the next one.
What song is that?
But until then, keep it fresh. I don't know. I made it up.
Oh, I thought over now was like a thing.
No. It's a thing for me. And that's going to be it for the Sesh today, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back next week. But until then,
keep it fresh and
Thank
keep
you.
it 6-7.